Thank you that you are here. My name is Farshad Rashidi-Nejad, and I'm the chair of the Tailings and Mine Waste Management for the 21st Century Conference Organizing Committee. On behalf of the committee, we are delighted to have you here to participate and share in this inaugural event. Thank you for coming. I know that many of you have traveled long distance to be here. That serves to remind us all just how important our work is. We have delegates from 8 countries. Before we commence proceedings, I would like to brief you on some important items. In the event of a decision to evacuate this venue, the following will occur. The first tune you hear is that beep, beep, beep. It indicates that you should prepare to evacuate and await further instruction from wardens. Please listen to the announcement for the sounding of the evacuation tone. The second tone is to evacuate, whoop, whoop, whoop. Please follow your warden's instruction and evacuate the building via the nearest fire exit and proceed to the external assembly area. If you have impaired mobility, please also follow the wardens. Do not use the lifts. Do not stop to collect personal items. Do not take risks. Do not return to the building until authorized to do so. Please note that it's illegal to block or congest emergency exits. These can be recognized by green and white exit signs over doors. Block the access route to an emergency exit, obscure or cover emergency exit signs. Store equipment or any other items in the fire stairs. Check open fire or smoke doors or any doors leading to the fire stairs. Finally, if you haven't already done so, please, as a courtesy to others, please either switch off your mobile phone or put it on silence. I would like to quickly give you some background on the development of this inaugural conference. The Tailings and Mine Waste Conference series has been held in North America for more than 3 decades. The first event was held in 1978. Originally, it was decided that one of those events could be held in Australia. A meeting was held in Banff, Canada in November 2013 with the Tailings and Mine Waste Conference Series chairman, and it was decided that it would be more worthwhile if a new conference series started in Australia. After negotiation with the School of Mining Engineering at UNSW and the Australian Institute of Mining and Metallurgy, it was agreed to jointly develop this conference. So, on behalf of the Conference Organizing Committee, University of New South Wales, and the OSIMM, I would like to thank the Tailings and Mine Waste Conference Series Chairman, Professor Dirk Van Zyl, Professor Dave Sigo, and Dan Overton. They have been a steering committee for the conference as well. Without their support and the sharing of their experiences with us, especially with me, we wouldn't have been able to initiate this world-class conference. In keeping with the spirit of OSIMM events, this conference presents the best of the best that this industry has to offer. We had an overwhelming response to the call for papers, which has ensured that this conference will produce a highly relevant technical proceedings, both for Australian and international professionals. Each paper has been peer-reviewed by at least one expert from industry or academia. The main inspiration behind the development of this conference was the importance of the topic for the Australian mining industry. The newly developed conference series is designed to address alternate and sustainable management methods for mine waste and mill tailings. Australian engineers consultants provide world-class services in the areas of tailings and mine waste management to mining projects across the world, including Asia, Africa, and South America. Tailings and mine waste management has a key role in the mining industry. Some experts believe that mining companies are actually waste management companies. Many mining projects across the world are suffering from lack of water, and this conference will also address the best available technologies and practices to cope with these real-world challenges. As reported recently by the Minerals Council of Australia, mining projects are becoming larger, more capital intensive, and more complex. At the same time, ore grades are significantly declining, and in many cases, energy demands are increasing. Cost for labor and range of intermediate inputs are relatively high, especially in Australia. Community demands and expectations continue to rise. If tailings and mine-based issues aren't the most important concern of the mining industry, then there should be no doubt that they are amongst the most significant issues. This needs to be addressed accurately in the planning, implementation, operation, closure, and post-closure phases of any mining projects. So it makes sense that dealing with tailings and mine-based issues are crucial. I would like to take a moment to thank all of the sponsors, exhibitors, and supporters for this conference, in particular our silver sponsors, Clone Creeper, Berger, and McLennan. Your generous assistance of this inaugural event in a tough time for the industry is very much appreciated. I would now like to invite Professor Jan Jacobs to the lecture. Professor Jacobs is the President and Vice Chancellor of the University of New South Wales and will officially open the conference.
Good morning. Yeah, my name's Ian Jacobs. I have the privilege of being the President and Vice Chancellor of UNSW Australia, and I have the pleasure of welcoming you all here. A particular welcome to participants in this conference who come from overseas, but a warm welcome to everyone here from Australia as well. My job is to launch the Tailings and Mine Waste Management for the 21st Century meeting. This is a meeting hosted by AusIMM along with UNSW Australia. We're proud to be jointly hosting this meeting because UNSW is one of the world's top 100 universities, and our roots are in a top-class engineering faculty. UNSW Engineering is the largest engineering faculty in Australia. We have more than 60 years of experience in teaching and research in engineering. And the School of Mining Engineering within our engineering faculty is Australia's leading mining engineering school, with the largest provider of mining engineers offering undergraduate, postgraduate, and research degrees. Our School of Mining Engineering is a member of the Mining Education Australia joint venture, which was established in partnership with Minerals Council of Australia and began operating in July 2006. This is a unique collaborative venture delivering over 85% of Australia's mining engineering graduates. So given all of that, we're particularly pleased to be jointly hosting this conference. The expectation, amongst many other things that you'll discuss, is that conferences like this will enhance the link between universities and industry. For us, that is an increasingly important area of our activity, and nowhere more important than in the mining industry. To illustrate our conviction that strengthening linkages with industry is extremely important, we've recently made some appointments within the Faculty of Engineering of an Associate Dean for Industry and Innovation and a Senior Faculty Development Manager. And our hope is that those appointments will help the faculty increase its focus and success in research through engagement with industry, and of course through that bringing benefits to our community, to the economy and to society as a whole, and having an impact nationally and internationally. I'm pretty new to Australia. I only arrived 6 months ago from the UK to take up this role, and I've been struck by the importance of mining in the history of Australia. And of course, that is one of the reasons that Australia is called the lucky country. It has vast mineral wealth. Mining was, along with sheep and cattle stations, responsible for opening up the interior of Australia, Copper mining began in the 1840s in the South Australia towns of Montana, Kadina and Woollahra. There were gold rushes in the 1850s in Victoria, and today, just over 2 centuries since the initial settlement at Botany Bay in New South Wales in 1770, mining still contributes much to Australia's economy and to the nation's fortunes. It is a significant primary industry and contributor to the Australian economy. And for that reason, as I emphasised, our university and faculty is looking to continue to build and develop our relationships with industry. So, for all of those reasons, I welcome you here today, and I wish you lots of luck with this conference. I can see that you have a packed agenda over the next 2 days. I hope that you make lots of good contacts, that you have interesting discussions, and I'm pleased to officially announce the opening of the Tailings and Mine Waste Management for the 21st Century meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Jacobs. Representing the OSIMM today is Miriam Wei, Deputy Chief Executive and Director of Member Services. Please join me in welcoming Miriam to the lectern.
Well, thank you, Professor Jacobs, for opening the conference and for your leadership and partnership of the University of New South Wales for this conference. To Chair Farshad Rashid Najad, I am thrilled to be here representing OSIMM's President Rex Berthelsen and CEO Michael Catchpole, who unfortunately couldn't be here with us today. I would like to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, the traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting. I pay my respects to their elders, past and present, and the elders from other communities who may be here today. This inaugural conference is an important addition to OSIMM's professional development activities and its dedicated focus on the issue of protecting the community, the environment, and the economic viability of mining through excellence in waste allowance and waste management is essential. As everyone attending would understand, excellence in waste management is vital to the mining sector, social licence to operate, and underpins the viability of our careers in this exciting industry. So on behalf of the OSIMM, the University of New South Wales and the Conference Organising Committee, welcome to the first Tailings and Mine Waste Management for the 21st Century Conference. In particular, I'd like to welcome OSIMM board member Pamela Nadu-Emilio and 150 delegates, and particularly those international delegates from Canada, France, Netherlands, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Poland and the United States. Thank you for making the trip to Australia. I make special welcome to our opening keynote speakers and Day 2 panellists, Professor Dirk van Zyl, University of British Columbia, and Professor Andy Forey, University of Western Australia, and to our other distinguished keynotes who will appear over the 2-day program, Professor David Boger, the University of Melbourne and Monash University, and Professor David Williams, the University of Queensland. Tomorrow we have an important session on the Mount Polee Tailings and Storage Facility Dyke Breach. And I would like to welcome session facilitator Peter Chapman and panellists Harvey McLeod and David Reid. We are honoured to have such an outstanding lineup of some of the world's most experienced and recognised experts, and we thank you for your support and commitment to this conference. So now a little bit about the OSIMM. The AusIMM is an internationally recognised professional institute that welcomes and supports minerals professionals from all disciplines. The institute has a history of more than 120 years and was established in 1893. The institute exists to provide leadership and opportunities for minerals professionals. Our 14,000 members are committed to ongoing professional development, the highest professional ethics, and doing their work in a way that protects and benefits the community. In other words, AusIMM members are committed to being the best professionals they can be and to doing their bit to make sure the mining industry has a positive impact on the communities we work in. Professional development is a central focus for the AusIMM. This happens in many ways, by building professional networks amongst members wherever they may be in the world, through specialist groups within the AusIMM, through our conference, seminar and workshops, and in our technical publishing program, such as the recent book shown on the slide behind me. I would like to make special mention of the AusIMM's Charter Professional Accreditation. Charter Professional Accreditation provides an important formal recognition and individual skills and commitment to staying at the forefront of best practice in their discipline. You will hear more about our program and presentation by Steve Jamel later this morning. It's wonderful to see so many AusIMM members here today. We value the opportunity to bring these professional development programs to you and hope you enjoy the experience. For those of you who are not currently members, we are pleased to have your support at this conference and invite you to apply for complimentary membership as part of your conference registration. Please visit our stand and meet Lucy and Leon, who will be able to assist you and talk more about the Institute. As Farshad mentioned, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the conference sponsors. We have 12 sponsors, and they are integral to the conference, with our silver sponsor being Clone Krippenberger and McLennan. Our preceding sponsor, ACTC Williams, and name tag and lanyard sponsor, Golder Associates. Without our sponsors, the conference would not be happening, and we owe them our thanks and support. The conference exhibition is an important part of the conference experience. They represent a broad cross-section of specialists in many aspects of waste management issues. I encourage you to take the time to visit the stands and talk to the exhibitors about how they can help with the challenges you face as minerals professionals. The support of the exhibitors is an essential contributor to the success of this conference. Many thanks to all our exhibitors. Our thanks to the hard-working members of our organising committee, 14 energetic and enthusiastic steering and technical committee members under the leadership of Chair Farshad, all have worked hard to make this event possible. They are here to assist you and look forward to your contact throughout the event. This inaugural Tailings and Mine Waste Management for the 21st Century Conference presents a first-rate opportunity to exchange information and to hear from leading experts, find solutions to the challenges you face as mineral professionals, engage with other delegates and build your professional networks. Take advantage of the opportunity to catch up with your peers and to make new connections in this dynamic industry. Please enjoy the event, and now I invite Conference Chair back to the lectern to introduce our opening keynote presenter, Professor Dirk van Zyl. Thank you.
Thank you, Mia. We now come to the first of our presentations, our first keynote address, which is titled Waste Not, What Want Not, Rethinking the Tailings and Mine Waste Issues. Derek Radzill is Professor and Chair of Mining and Environment at the Norman B. Keevil Institute of Mining Engineering at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver. Derek has more than 40 years of experience in research, teaching, and consulting in tailings and mine waste rock disposal and heap leach design. During the last decade, much of his attention has been focused on mining and sustainable development, mine life cycle management, tailings consolidation, and mine closure. Most recently, he was a member of the panel appointed by the British Columbia government, as well as the Williams Lake and Soda Creek Indian bands, to investigate the Mount Poly tailings failure, a role we'll hear more about later in the conference. Please join me welcoming Derek for the first